Hi, my name is Andrew Mason and I am the owner of Workplace Fundi. Great job and thank you for opening up this short video. You are definitely in the right place if you want to improve the output of your organization's two most expensive assets, your people and your workplace. The idea that the workplace can be a lever for strategic advantage is by no means new, but it's one that many senior leadership teams have failed to act upon. Your workplace is a strategic asset, and so it is worthy of renewed attention and the application of new business skills, innovation, and new ways of thinking. The workplace is more than just a corporate office. It's any place where people work. All work happens somewhere, so a retail store, a warehouse, a hospital, a school, or a stadium is also a workplace. We are now in a period of heightened anxiety and accelerated change. But post the pandemic, businesses will encounter new challenges that had not been considered previously. The reality is that many companies are at risk of squandering opportunities to use their workplace to drive improved organizational performance. So the stakes are incredibly high. If your workplace isn't working, your business can't perform. And that's why at Workplace Fundi, we develop workplace strategies to help smart organizations create and manage amazing workplaces so their people can do amazing work to start growing the business again. Even before the current crisis, rising occupancy and operational costs were being compounded by falling productivity, with the result that workplace output and employee engagement were at an all-time low. The return to the workplace after COVID-19 is likely to be traumatic for many, and the concerns around the health and safety of workers will no doubt be top of mind. To illustrate just how much our world has been turned upside down, the long-time inseparable buddies of health and safety are now in conflict. What we once thought was safe, like holding the handrail going down the stairs, is no longer healthy, and what was healthy, like meeting around the water cooler, is no longer safe. We will need to understand what to do in the short term to change certain protocols. Physical distancing will still be required, but we will need to amend the damage that prolonged periods of isolation has meant to social cohesion in the workplace. The office as we know it may never be the same again. And while offices may need less space due to downsizing and the likely increase in employees working from home, they may also need more space to provide continuation of physical distancing, which will remain in our psyche for many, many days to come. This will change the occupancy profile of the workplace. This will likely negatively impact creativity, collaboration, and innovation. So you need to use this time as an opportunity to redefine your business and the workplace that's needed to support it for the future. There will certainly be winners and there will be losers, but the evidence speaks loud and clear. Thorough scientific research shows us that there is a strong and proven connection between organizational performance and the workplace. Only 13% of employees are satisfied with their work experience. Only 53% of employees believe that their workplace allows them to work productively, and conversely, 30% actively disagree. 63% of millennials see the workplace as more important than leadership. And that's a sobering statistic when you think that by 2025, millennials will make up 50% of the workforce. Globally, only 15% of employees are engaged at work. So how are we doing in South Africa? Well, unfortunately, we are worse than the global average. We only have 9% of engaged employees at work. Not surprisingly then, the IMD World Competitiveness Ranking in 2019 rated South Africa as 56 out of 63 countries surveyed, and that was down 3 places from 2018. This, against the backdrop of hyper-competition and an institutional need to be disruptive and innovative, is it any wonder that CEOs and their executive are anxious about their very survival? We need to reset the dial and view COVID-19 as an opportunity to reboot your business and redefine the organization and workplace needed to support it. It's a time to capitalize on workplace as a strategic asset that impacts your profitability. A time for an holistic workplace strategy that looks at what to do now to get the workforce back to work in a safe but productive way, and what to do next to ensure that we can start growing the business again. Smart leaders will seize this opportunity to take swift action to navigate the crisis to avoid business disruption and potential revenue loss. But also they will need to forge new levels of trust with their workforce and position their business for greater resiliency and productivity in the future. Only if we are focused on being agile and adaptive to these inevitable changes will we find the opportunity to emerge economically stronger as individuals, organizations, and as nations. The most influential and successful companies in the world utilize workplace as a tool for competitive advantage by investing in their people, technology, and workspace. For these organizations, a winning workplace is the number one super catalyst in influencing business performance. So what is it? It's a place where property costs are optimized, operational resilience is increased, whilst business risk is reduced. It's an environment that engages and energizes employees to do their best, where employee productivity is boosted, often by 15 or 16% or more, and a place where innovation is enhanced and entrenched for better business outcomes, and where cooperation, creativity, and collaboration is cultivated. It's a place where talented employees are 18% more likely to stay, and the spaces and services provided to those employees emphasize well-being. It's a place where employees are 30% more attracted to their company over their competitors, and an environment that enables organizational values to be exhibited and enhanced to employees, and the organization's brand promoted to the world. So, organizations need to prepare and be ready for the upturn when it comes. As bad and as uncertain as things look today, history has shown us that it's harder to get a company ready to take advantage of an upturn than it is to prepare for a downturn. But we should not be complacent and make the mistake of looking back on this time and regretting that this down market was our opportunity to catch up with the rest of the world, who are also going to be in a slump. The US West Coast tech companies have famously weaponized workplace as a critical strategy in their war to attract the best talent and improve productivity. But the good news is that you don't need to have the budget of Google or Apple to achieve the same results. These improvements can be realized with your existing workplace. We don't believe that you should be alone in trying to solve this problem, though. It might seem counterintuitive, but I have been saying for several years that organizations don't really want facilities. What they want is a productive workforce. This may never be truer than it is now. Over the last 34 years, I've spent my entire career helping many blue chip and top-rated companies in the UK, Africa, and the Middle East use their workplace to unleash improved organizational performance. We use a simple 3-step process to achieve a winning workplace for our clients. So to kick off that process, schedule a call now so we can get to know you and help you define where you want to go. After that, you can sleep tonight safe in the knowledge that together we will get your workplace working for you and help you and your team unleash a winning workplace that is guaranteed to improve your business. Thank you.